basically the back of the field here. What happened?
Don't know.
Looked away for a second.
Well, it's not surprising at this track. There are so many corners here that you could get on the throttle just a little bit too fast, and you spin.
I don't think Jinnit was that close to him, so I don't think there would have been any contact. Not what Seye needs. Lunar will be happy to see that. Lunar really, again though, Lunar just has to bring it home. So I don't think Seye will be terribly motivated to get back to the front here unless he sees Lunar crash out. Obviously, well, I mean, he's quick enough to do it. I don't think he's going to just roll over and die here, but it's not like he's super far either. He's only really 4 seconds off.
Oh, he had another issue.
Oh my.
Seye, you better not give up, buddy.
Man.
And there goes Villeneuve. Way deep.
Wrap the season up would be the most like fitting end if he just goes, yeah, no, I don't care anymore. I'm done.
Nah, yeah, that.
I hope not. But I can see it happening.
And it, you were
gonna he's gonna blame it on not having a nap.
Yeah, people kept ribbing him in the Discord.
Or he's got a headache or something.
You know, but that means, say, for all the little fun stuff like that, he's made almost every race.
Yeah, absolutely.
So attendance is great for him. So. What you got in your glass tonight, little vino?
Yeah, my usual Pinot Grigio.
Nice.
Chilled white wine.
So, I drink Chardonnay. So Chardonnay is like about as dry as your white wines get. Mm-hmm. Where do you rate Pinot Grigio? If Chardonnay is a 10, what would you say your Chardonnay is? I'm sorry,
you're asking someone who drinks wine out of convenience more so than for connoisseur.
But you don't need to be a connoisseur. I'm not.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, to say dry, like, I don't know. Like,
you don't know? Okay.
I don't drink enough wine to have, like, an opinion. It's not as, like, sweet as, like, a Riesling or something like that.
Right.
It's more, it is a little bit bitter, and I guess it's like, when you say dry, you mean, like, bitter?
Yeah, bitter. There's really no sweetness to it.
I would say it's probably, if you're saying it's a 10 for Chardonnay, I would say we're probably like a 7, maybe a 6, a 6.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
There is some bitterness to it. It's a little tart, like it doesn't. I wouldn't say it's like hard to drink, but it's not sweet either.
So, I couldn't tell you what, connoisseurs would tell you Pinot Grigio is. I just know that it's sweeter. Basically, I was just curious as to how you felt about, how sweet it was. Yeah, I mean Riesling, goodness gracious, that I can't have more than one glass of that.
It's too sweet.
It's like
it's almost like that's like the step before rosé almost, right?
It's like a dessert wine, really.
Yeah.
Well. You can just one, please.
Yeah, like if you were having it with like, like, oh, would you like a glass of Riesling with your, fudge sundae or something? And you're like, sure. Like that's where it would pair with, right? Like that sweetness go with the other sweet, the sweet.
Sweet with a dark chocolate, dry, bitter dark chocolate. Anywho,
I don't know, man. That seems like that's a whole fucking culture that I just don't even know where to begin with it.
Don't even worry about it.
Okay, yeah.
Don't even.
Like,
I'm not.
It's like the whiskey stuff, right? Like people, I like this whiskey. I like that kind of whiskey. I like bourbon. I just like, dude, I don't even know. Like, I'm like a creature of habit. I find something I like and I just stick to it.
I can kind of tell the difference between a rye and a bourbon. A bourbon, if I could describe it as smooth, would be the word I would use. And a rye has a sharpness to it. There's more to it, I guess.
More oomph. More oomph.
Well, more. Like if you open up a brand new soda can and you take a sip of that soda, that's really going to be crisp, a lot of carbonation. But in 10 minutes you take a sip from that same soda, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be smoother. The carbonation is gone. Probably a bad analogy, but there is a difference. There is like maybe tanginess, kind of. There's just this. For me, it's a pronounced difference.
A beer I could probably actually have a proper discussion on, because I do drink a variety of different types of beers, and different
craft beers,
colors. Yeah, like I'll drink craft, I'll drink Pilsner, I'll drink just regular old beer, I'll drink watered down shitbox Bud Light. I don't, like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like whatever. Like I've got a good like palate for beer. Like I definitely could recommend a beer based on what, like, oh, I like this type. Is this something that you think I'd like because I like this type of beer? Like, yeah, probably, like stuff like that. But no, I mean, it's for as far as like wine and liquors go, I'm basically like an amateur hour. Like, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, no, that not a big deal at all.
Well, just to get back to the racing for a second, we did get our wish here. We have Scavney pressuring Lunar for third. We've got Sniper pressuring Spot Up Triples for fifth. And we also have Sage just made the move on Vinny. He's starting to make his way back through the field here, so a few good scraps going on.
Jinnit has been making up about a tenth a lap, maybe just a little more than that. I don't think that the mediums should be that tired right now, so I think Jinnit on straight out pace is able to reel in Carson.
Yeah, he's just lost a couple tenths there, but now he's starting to kind of reel that back in. Obviously, towards the end there with the flip on the strategy, it'd be an advantage. Jinnit there. Just take a look off in the distance, though. There are some rain clouds hanging around. I wouldn't say that those are not any clouds. Those are dark clouds in the distance. So on lap 10 here, I mean, like, even 15 laps from now, we could have rain that makes a serious impact on the race.
So Jinnit actually made up about 3/10 on that last lap, and he's just outside of the DRS now.
I wonder if the strategy variation maybe has something to do with the forecast. Perhaps the approximate forecast, right? Maybe some guys were thinking, oh, if I need the hards here. Sniper nearly ran into the back of Spot Up Triples there. He was trying to line him up, and I think Spot Up just covered it off very quickly, and Sniper almost lost control of the car trying to react to it. But yeah, I mean, the variation in strategy here could be, maybe Carson and Scavney looked at the rain window and thought, I can get the mediums that far. The guys went with hards, played it safe. Say spun again, I believe.
Oh, yep, P9.
But yeah, the varying strategy on the tires there might have something to do with the weather forecast, because it does look like there is rain creeping in the distance, so that could be a huge factor.
Well, with Zaya's 2 or 3 spins, I'm not borrowing his setup for Wednesday.
Oh, big moment there for Spot Up Triples. I don't think he got out of that final corner very well, and it looks like Sniper's going to try around the outside. He's going to get that inside line into the next corner, and it's just not a good corner for overtaking if you don't have the right line there. Sniper should get a good run on him here, though.
I like the way Sniper drove through there, because it was trouble if he forced it, and he just he let Scavney, Spot Up. He gave him the room. He just kind of lifted, and so yeah, and now he's taken the position. It's so hard to do if you get in a position to pass somebody. If it's not going to work, you need to recognize that and back out. And I think that's exactly what Sniper did. Basically lived to fight another day and got him down the next DRS straight. Yep. So
That looks like Spot Up Triples isn't going to let him go easy. He's right on himself. In fact, he's got a really good chance of taking this back into turn 1 here.
You're right. Yep.
A yellow flag. Oh, is that Vinny and Say? They've collided? They're both off, it looks like. Or no, I believe it's Vinny on his own has made a mistake and Say has just gone through.
So Spot Up tried to take the inside. He's still got the nope.
He's got a chance here into the next corner.
Yeah, he might. It seems, though, Sniper has some great straight line speed. Yeah, because Spot Up had a pretty good exit there, and he was not really able. So Spot Up, I think, has probably lower downforce because he's able to pick up all his time here in the technical parts of the track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets right on him through these sectors. We got Jinnit now in the DRS range of Carson, and Scavney also still putting that pressure on Lunar. I will say it has gotten darker. There's no sunlight on the track anymore.
Yep.
We have no shadows visible, so obviously the clouds have moved over the circuit now. I think we're in for some rain here.
So, just a little tap by Spot Up Triples. Nothing bad at all. Didn't even really affect Sniper.
Yeah,
however,
I think Spot Up would have lifted enough to give back any slight advantage he would have gained there.
Yeah, and so that kind of ruined his opportunity on that lap, but...
Yep.
So something...
Yeah, no, I think we're 3-4 laps out from rain here, man. By lap 20, it's going to be raining.
So, Carson had a moment because now he's down to P4 and Jinnit's in P1. So again, our closest battle here is with Sniper and Spot Up Triples. And I really like how these guys are driving. Not overly aggressive. They try to make the pass if they can. They stick to it, but just don't want to ruin somebody else's race because you want to try to take a position at lap 13 of 36.
Yeah. Now, Say must have pit. He's obviously way behind with fresh tires, so he's obvious that he has pit, but I wonder if it was wing damage that led to that.
Oh, could be. So Spot Up.
What happened to Carson?
I don't know. He had an issue of some kind because he dropped to P4.
Kind of problem because he's down to P4 now. I was gonna say, Jinnit got by him, then I was like, wait, Lunar's behind. What happened to Carson? Okay, I'll get back to Scavney. This medium's starting to look a little angry there. Obviously, I think if you're out on the mediums, you see the way the clouds have come over the circuit, you got to be thinking you can't pit now, right?
You got to be praying for the rain.
Yeah, like...
But I'm thoroughly impressed with Scavney being able to stay with Lunar. And no, I don't... it's not a put down on Scavney. He's obviously a quick driver. However, his tires are 13 laps old. So his tires should be in great degradation right now, and he's still able to stick with Lunar. And Spot Up is still... he's going to have to... Spot Up's really going to have to start focusing, if he isn't already, on how he's going to make the pass in the more in Sector 2, the technical sector. He needs to... DRS is not helping him.
So Carson's pit. Obviously, you always want to be on the right tire at the right time. That's #1 rule with racing, right? So I wonder... You know what? The shadows have come back. I think the sun's come back out.
Sun's come back out in turn 4.
Yep. So, it's probably a good move to pit to the hards. I wouldn't expect that... I wouldn't say that rain is imminent at this stage with the sun back out. In fact, it might not come. So, I think if you're on the mediums, you kind of have to look at getting off them. I was wondering if Carson would maybe gamble and put the softs on and just try to make up some ground that way, waiting for the wet tires to be the option, but I think that would be a risky move if you're not sure that it's going to rain.
And you can
Yeah,
never
really good
be
battle
sure.
here. Spot up triples. I think he's going to get him here. I think Sniper's burned up his battery battling. Here he goes.
Oh.
There was a little bump there again.
Again, a great. Oh, I love it. Sniper giving him plenty of room. And Sniper did not get DRS. Spot up.
Either had DRS?
I think it was Spot Up that had the DRS. I was on board with Sniper and I didn't see his DRS bar activated. But that's the kind of racing I really enjoy. Right there, we just saw it. Close battle. I'm sure Spot Up is frustrated. However, Sniper is not. You know, you don't need to worry if you got the move. You don't need to worry about Sniper trying to take you out. He's shown that throughout. So let's see if the DRS helps him out a little more this time. And Sniper sticking to the inside this time. And
this is an epic scrap. Another yellow.
Now it just doesn't quite have the speed that he's got greater downforce.
Yeah, he's trying to sit in that mirror of Sniper and make him think about it. But they've both been really good keeping the space for each other there.
Yeah, so Spot Up has got 6% battery life, and Sniper is at 41. So Spot Up is going to have to start saving some of his battery and try to make that pass, I believe, in the technical sector.
Yeah, he can't. I just don't think he can afford to lose the DRS. I think that's what's keeping him close. So, you know, maybe if he can get through the next lap without using battery and just harvest and stay in that DRS range, then maybe he can slowly start adding to the reserve there. Another yellow.
Say kind of drifted off track there coming out of turn one.
No, he's not having a good night here. It's
no. So we have our first penalty.
For him. I don't think there's any way he's winning this race, regardless of what Lunar does. He's pretty much in the bag there. I mean, he's a minute behind. You need a safety car and some bold tire choice to make his way to the front.
Hey, stranger things have happened. Stay in the race, AA, if you're listening. Stay in the race. Join us in the
race.
Yeah.
Last race for 3 months. Just don't quit.
Yeah, don't quit. Join us in the interviews. Put the full out invitation to everybody that showed
chaos. It's gonna be chaos.
You know what? I really don't have to ask many questions. It's going to be. It'll almost be like beer league without the drivers having drank any beer.
Jennett pits now. Gonna go half and half, looks like.
Yeah, we did just pass the halfway point.
Sniper also pitting. I wonder if that's gonna slow him down a bit with Jennett up ahead. I think they're far enough apart though. McLaren crew should be done.
So Scaveney's tires have, he's probably got a box now.
They were a little slow for Sniper, but not too bad. Say's on the inters.
Oh, say it ain't so.
I think this is his goofball moment. He's calling it a night.
He is a goofball. A lovable goofball. So Scaveney's, he's really dropping back. Oh,
a little dark, but I would say that it looks less rainy now than it has the whole race. There's blue sky now, so.
Scaveney's staying out for another lap. Is he going to try to go to the softs? If you can take the mediums.
He probably will. He does like a strategy like that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to start chatting with Scaveney, because that's kind of the thing I like to do. I don't win many races doing it, but I'm really hoping that the next... Oh, go ahead.
Fairway off Scabby. I don't think really he's at risk of being caught by Jinnit right now, so he can probably run those as long as he feels like. And if he can maintain some sort of relative pace to Jinnit and then get out on the softs behind him, he might be able to chase him down.
Yeah, so if Scavany can take these mediums 19 laps, now this is the 20th lap, right? So he should be able to take the soft 16.
Yeah, I don't know. The softs are pretty bad tires in this game. I think he's going to have to take those mediums like 24.
Yeah, I think Scavany agrees with you. Oh, we got Lunar in the pits. So Lunar undoubtedly is going to go to the mediums at this point. Yep.
Yeah. We've lost all our battles. Sniper and Spot Up still together. And Spot Up jumped him in the pits.
Interesting. So
the overcut worked for Spot Up.
Now,
you know what? I bet that was because he hit behind Jinnit. The pit crew was just a little bit slower getting those tires on.
Snipers got just a less downforce. I mean, he just breezed right by Spot Up there. So hats off to Spot Up, really. He was able to keep up with him, and I'm sure he's not going anywhere anytime soon. So these two will probably be too many B's there. Be battling to the end. Yeah.
Sound like Porky Pig over there.
I made my glass a tall glass tonight.
Oh yeah.
For the last race of the season.
I don't see a safety car happening, so I'm sticking with the Spot Up sniper battle. I'm gonna go top this lineup.
Okay.
Really great scrap with these two, though. It looks like Sniper's got to be so upset to see he comes out and there's Spot Up triples right on him again. Not going anywhere, apparently.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, Spot Up is really... The DRS is keeping him close.
What do you think the time loss is for a pit stop here? About 22 seconds? This
one's actually... Well, it depends on where they stop and where they start the time and where they stop it. By the time you get on track, it's actually quite a while. My guess would be 28 seconds.
Right. I'm just wondering where Scavany's going to filter out. Like, is he going to come out in front of Carson? Probably not.
I think he would. And he's in the pits now, so I'm thinking he's probably going to come out between Sniper and Spot Up. He does not want to come out behind them, obviously. So let's switch. So Scavany is just getting the tires. He's going to the softs, as we thought.
Oh, someone's off. Is that Vinny?
Yes. And no. Yes, it is. But Scavany is coming out in front of Carson, which is even better than I thought. So that it's probably more like 25 or 26 seconds for the pit delta.
He's got clear air and a fresh set of softs. I mean, he could easily catch Lunar. I don't know if Jinnit's in play. I think the tires might be a problem by the time he can go chase down Jinnit, but we'll see.
So yeah, Spot Up and Sniper, they're attached at the waist, basically. And as a driver, if I'm Spot Up, it's so frustrating to be, right there, but you can't get by. And if I'm Sniper...
Keep it either. If you do get by, you just get past.
Yeah, and if I'm Sniper, I'm frustrated too because I can't pull away. I can't get this guy out of the DRS. Well, I'm giving these guys plenty of airtime. P5, P6.
That's really all we got right now.
Yeah.
Thank God we got this, though.
However, this is what we want. And hopefully Spot Up can time it up. He's got 22% battery, and again, Sniper's got 46. So Spot Up has to use a lot of his battery to just keep up with him.
Do you think Scavney's managing the tires in the early few laps? Because he's losing time to Lunar, and there's really no way he should be.
Well, I wouldn't fault him for trying to be careful with the tires at this point. I'd probably wait till
an extra few laps. Like he needs to conserve for a couple laps before he.
Yes, I would think 9 laps left to go, ish.
Yeah, like if he maybe takes 10% life out of them in 2 or 3 laps, and then he can just really lean on them after.
Unfortunate for Scavney, Lunar's tires are only 2 laps older than his.
Sniper got a lot of curb there, but it looked like Spot Up didn't have a very good corner either, so he's lost a bit of ground. That would have been a good opportunity, though.
Still in DRS.
Sniper just finally putting Spot Up triples away here. He's so close to breaking that 1 second gap.
So, do you think we're going to get a shoey from the champion?
Lunar? I don't know. Maybe. Find out after.
I'm going to repost my fucking shoey.
It's the only one on a milk crate or something, right?
Yep. It's the only one I'm ever going to have. I'm going to keep sharing it, and hopefully I can pull other guys into being creative and having a good time with it, because it's not that easy. No. Not that easy to win.
Those are also the types of things that make the league what it is, right? Those moments and those memories we have from seasons ago, and it's part of what makes this worth it. Yeah, Scavney is... So Lunar is catching Jinnit. So I don't know if it's as much Scavney managing as it is just Lunar just driving lights out right now.
Jinnit spun.
Yeah, I was going to say Jinnit has just lost the lead here. That is huge for Lunar. To win the race when he just needs a point would be a good statement to say that he deserves to be the champion.
Oh, and say he's in the pits. Don't retire.
I imagine he's done.
He's going on to the enters. No, mediums. Well, it says enters. I guess I'm colorblind.
Yeah, you put fresh enters on.
Yep. Well, at least he's not quitting.
I guess. He's basically quitting. Who's he filtering out with here? This is not good. Some cars in his way here. Oh, it's Lunar and Jinnit. Oh, sorry, no, it's not Lunar.
That was Vinny.
Yep. So Scavney could go after Jinnit for P2. He's on older mediums. He's got a time penalty. So Scavney can definitely do something there. I wonder if he has been managing the tires. They do look pretty nice still.
Oh, did Lunar have a moment? Yeah, Lunar. I think Lunar
has
spun.
A moment, yes. Jeez, you gotta be careful. I think he's just about in that 90% range, so...
I'm gonna figure that out right now.
I think 28 is... 8 out of 36. It's close. I think if he hits 30, he's good.
Shoot, 36.
Great news for Scavney, though. He managing those softs, and now suddenly he's in range to actually make a strike here.
He's at 77% of the race right now.
Yeah, I think it's lap 32 he needs on.
Well, 10% is 3.6 laps times 9 would be about, yeah, close to 30, 31.
Yeah. Spot up triples hasn't really gone away here. He's still on the back of Sniper. He's actually floating in and out of that DRS range.
Yeah, he's actually reeled him in.
Who's that now? Is it Seye?
That was Seye.
Yeah. Getting out of the way.
Again, I applaud him for staying in the race. You know, I wish he would get on a better tire, but he's obviously not going to get the championship. That's probably going to go to Lunar unless Lunar crashes out in the next 2 laps or so.
Was Lunar Tier 3 last season?
Yes, I remember racing against Lunar and Mario World.
I mean, that's pretty impressive for Lunar to come up to Tier 1 and win the damn thing, regardless of assists or not.
Well, now you understand why I was nowhere near the championship when these guys were in it.
Yeah.
But it was fun racing with them. When I was racing with them. So spot up again, like half a second behind.
Right there.
And he's got 29% battery and 57% for Sniper. So he really, again, in my opinion, I think he really needs to try to drive to put himself in position to pass in one of those, somewhere in that second sector. Which is not easy, by the way. Most of.
Now Lunar close to winning still with that time penalty Jinnit has. He's about a second behind with the gap, so keep an eye on that.
So Scavany now has been closing in. He's down to just over 6.8 seconds. Oh, Lunar had a moment, and Scavany's gotten by, and then Lunar. What's going on here?
I'm gonna say this is right where Lunar needs to get his point to conceal that championship, and he's just had another error. I mean, the last thing he needs to do is crash out right now, and then we got to start doing math. I don't think.
Yeah, I really don't want to
win anyway. He's a lap down. Even with the safety car, he won't be able to lap himself.
And Scavany making the move. Lunar recognizing
off now.
So
I don't think Lunar needs to fight.
Nope. I think that's exactly what we just saw there. Lunar knows what's at stake here. I wouldn't put it past him to have figured out what 90% of the race was.
I'm sure he knew, and I don't know if he listens to the stream, but there's no way Seye can win now. Like, Seye is
no
100%. Like,
everybody has to crash out.
He can't overtake the safety car to unlap himself, so he would just get disqualified anyway. So yeah, the entire field would need to crash. It'd be the only way he could get in front of them. So that's it. I think Lunar's our champion. He doesn't need to make this move. I'm sure he wants to. Now there's nothing to lose. Now he might as well race hard, right?
So now all of a sudden we got a 3-way battle of P4. You got Sniper and spot up triples within DRS of each other, and Carson. So I don't know if Carson had a moment, but he's on 16-lap-old hards. The guys behind him, 12 and 11-lap-old mediums. Probably
Lunar
quite comparable.
Through. I think we can leave that Lunar battle alone. It doesn't really mean anything at this point. So let's watch this 3-way scrap for P4 here. 4 laps to go in the season for Tier 1.
You know, if I've been in a similar situation here. It's like if I'm spot up if he could get by and maintain the lead ahead of Sniper, getting into, he would probably be able to get out of that, remove Sniper from, get him out of the DRS. However, it's just not. He's pretty close right now. If he can get a great exit, which that wasn't too bad. However, you can see how quick Sniper is. And Sniper now has the advantage, the same benefit as Spot Up. He's now got DRS to Carson.
Yeah. That'll be problematic for him to... it'll be a problem for Spot Up to get by Sniper now, with Sniper carrying DRS as well.
So now we're down to the last 4 laps. This is where guys might start getting a little trigger happy, getting on throttle just a little too quickly. Yeah. Could have a spin. Never know. Look at Say. Say gets. Yeah. Bravo.
Might as well do something.
Yeah. Hey, again, so happy he stayed, and he's stealing away the fastest lap.
He'll get a point for it too, even though he's a lap down.
Whoa! Oh, Spot Up. Oh, damn.
That sucks. He drove a brilliant race there with Sniper.
Yeah.
Sniper's a quick driver, man. Spot Up to be putting pressure on him for the entire race. I mean, kudos to Spot Up. I mean, he was a tier 2 guy to start the season, and
just
Sniper and Carson now going wheel to wheel. Carson desperately trying to hang on to P4 here.
Great job by Carson taking away the inside.
And he's going to do it here as well. I think he got to cover that inside line. No, I guess he had enough of a gap. He didn't feel the need to move over there. And if they squabble enough, Spot Up might be able to get a sniff back by the end, but I think he's lost it now.
Oh, a little deep for Carson. A little deep getting into that turn. Sniper is now even closer. As we know, Sniper's running a pretty slippery setup. I don't know if Carson is. This could be it here. If he can get on throttle, he did. He got on throttle pretty quick. Just under half a second. Just seems a little too far back. But now you got a second DRS coming up, so don't mess this up. Stay close. Get a great exit out of here.
Not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. And might want Carson. Carson moves to the inside early.
Yeah. So if he makes the move early, he can make the move back to the racing line, and that's legal, right? So.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, there was nothing wrong with that. I just thought it was comical that he made it so early. He took away that inside line right away. Yeah, they were still on throttle. There's nothing wrong with that. Got a little bit of grass, Carson did. So Sniper is right there. I think this is going to be... I think he's going to have him. This is it. This is the race. He might...
Oh my. Look at this. Finally, Sniper gets through.
And this... My bad. That was not the race. The leader had already crossed.
Yeah, it's just because he's already on the final lap, but Carson's got a chance here, so. I think Say's made about 7 pit stops tonight.
Back onto the inters.
He was just on the wets for a lap. I don't know if you noticed.
No, I didn't. Hey, again.
They weren't working, so he's gone back to the inters.
He's giving us something to talk about. He's out on track. He's He's taking the fastest lap away from these guys. Nobody's in a position to, well, obviously it's too late now, but nobody's taking that away from him. And I don't think Carson's going to be able to make this happen because Sniper's going to have DRS as well to Scavney. So we might have Sniper right here. Should be just a little too far back.
Yep. And that's it. Season 9 in the books. Tier 1 wraps it up. Jinnit will win it. Very fitting.
That's why.
Yeah. Lunar Jedi wins the championship. Congrats to Lunar Jedi. We'll follow him through the final few moments of the session here. And then Scavney takes the final podium place. Sniper and Carson finish closely behind, 4th and 5th. Spot up triples not too far off. Gave us a really good scrap for most of the race. Villeneuve 7th, Vinny 8th, and Say will finish 9th.
I'm going to step away for a second.
Yep. And that is it. Pretty good race overall, considering the low turnout. I would say that wasn't too bad at all. It was some really good action there, and yeah. Try and get everybody in here for the interviews, the season finale party here. Try and use the screen when I can. So just go through the console. I think Gord showed up.
I'm back.
Denmark. Just trying to find everybody.
Okay, let me help out a little bit. And you know it's a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just basically rolling through the list of my friends, just going, okay, yeah, he was here. Okay, yeah, he was here.
So you got Matt, Lunar, Scavney, Sniper, Carson, Spot Up, Villeneuve, Vinny, Saye. So Saye, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pit stops. 7 different tires. So he went hard, medium, inter, soft, wet, and inters.
Who says I wasn't paying attention? Okay, I think I've got everybody that's on my friends list.
Do you think you're missing somebody?
I've added 6. So I think I need to get Saye.
Lunar joined. Invite, let's see, Saye. I can. Lunar, you said, right? Spot Up. I can invite Spot Up.
I think I had him already.
I just invited him. You already got Lunar. He's in here, I believe.
Yeah, I'm here.
There's Saye. I'll invite him. So I got an invite out to Saye.
Chris, I feel like there was a couple guys that weren't on my friends list, and I don't remember who they are now because they left.
Scavney's got one now.
Oh, Villeneuve.
So Vinny Carson, got him. Saye's in here, so we don't need to look for Saye.
I won that championship. I don't care what anyone said.
Yep. Yep.
You won
I'm gonna mail you your trophy.
Title.
That was the best strategy. What you mean?
Carson's
6 pit
in.
stops.
I've seen people drive worse on inters in the dry, so I'll give you that.
Janet is in it.
So I went
Let's see.
Villeneuve.
You did get Villeneuve?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's not really full time, but he's whatever. It's a party.
He reserved the last 2 or 3 races anyways in Tier 1, so I think he's earned it. Do you think we got everybody? As I scroll through, I think I invited everybody that I could. So who?
Old man,
One. 3, 5. Villeneuve?
Yep. He said he's proud that he finished on the same lap as everyone else, so that's not bad at all.
So we're only missing 2 drivers. I don't know who they are. We got Janet, Carson, Say, Spot Up, Scavney, and Lunar. I did send Vinny an invite for. All right, Big, are you ready?
For what? Oh, party.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the easiest place to start is Lunar obviously wins the championship. It was pretty much in the bag. I think. Did you know what lap you needed to get to make sure that was you were getting the full points and that you had it for sure?
I actually didn't. I saw a save. I laughed save at that point, you know. It was all fun and games. I definitely felt a lot less stressful about the race. Saw my incident. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try and fight Janet. But yeah, feels good. Definitely.
Yeah, not bad, man. You were Tier 3 last season, and you come up to Tier 1, regardless of the assists or not. Like, that's a pretty impressive performance to come up and race some of the fastest guys and string together enough points to actually pull it off and win the title. So, epic season for you. I'm really proud of that. Yeah, just congrats. And obviously, I'll hand it over to DC if he's got any questions for you.
Yeah.
Open the floor for everyone.
So my one question I have for Lunar: are you going to give us a shoey?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Come on, Lunar.
Maybe if I go back to back, you know what?
No.
Maybe if I go back to back.
Hey, just get a brand new set of shoes like I did. Just get a brand new set of shoes, something you haven't worn, and do a shoey. Hey, well, congratulations again. Great season for you. Great job. You're welcome. Who finished P2? That was actually Lunar.
That was me.
Yeah, so we got to go to Janet. Janet is like 5 hours ahead of us, so we got to get the young old man into the interview chat right now. Janet, tell.
Also, like to commend Janet on the perfect attendance. I don't think he's at all.
Yeah, that. Absolutely. I echo that.
Let alone in multiple seasons. I don't think he's missed a race ever.
No. I mean, I think that Janet and I are battling for the lead of not missing races, really.
Yeah.
That's the only battle I can have with Janet. Hey, great job, Janet. How do you feel, bud? Bittersweet.
I'm ready. I'm taking her out behind the barn. I got my gun loaded. We're ready to go. We're putting her down today. Well, I guess Wednesday.
No, yeah, you good.
We'll do the Wednesday stream and send it off, and that'll be it. At least stable, you know. Like, I know it's going to have problems, and that's the games they've ever put out as big great, but if it's at least stable and people feel like they're not getting robbed, then they really need
Yeah, Janet. Hey, thanks so much, man. Every week I was very happy to see you here because I knew that we had a surefire competitor, and again, great season, and congrats on the win tonight. Yeah, I didn't look at that.
Well, wasn't your teammate Bogless? Mine was T-Bro. So we have got such a strong pairing. It's a shame.
Yeah, T-Broom.
Wrapped up both titles.
Yeah.
Just barely ever showed up. I just think the way I see it, I think T-Bro, if he decided he had no chance of winning at all. Yeah, I know.
We need to.
Well, it's quick enough, but it's like, you know, if he actually showed up there, he probably could have won the title. Yeah. It wasn't like, say, he didn't have the greatest year, you know, like, he's probably the quickest guy out there, but he didn't have the best season. Yeah. I got taken out 4 times in 4 different rounds, man. Well, you also took people out, so. Yeah, and obviously, you took yourself out of basket. Come on, man. I don't know, man. You did well in that. Well, that's part of it. No race. Like, if you would have stayed in that race, you could have been in a better position the last 2 races. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point, man. You don't think about those things when you like rage quit, right? But also like when you had to serve 2 quality bans too, like that. Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like, you know, like it doesn't look like it's gonna hurt you, but you just don't know how the season's gonna end, right? So it's always better to try and keep your head. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
So.
You're quick enough to win it. You know, it's, like I said, it wasn't the best season, and I think that's a fair judgment when you've done things like that or have mistakes or small collisions. Yeah, I think there was.
So.
I guess you and Gina had a couple runs as well. 1 or 2 starting the season.
They were friendlies, right, Janet? Those are friendlies. Those are friendlies. Hey, Bigga, can we draw? Hey, Bigga, let's pull Carson and Spot Up Triples into this conversation because we followed them quite a bit. Hey, I see you, Janet. Hey, so Carson and Spot Up, I don't have any questions that you probably can't answer by just me saying, describe your race. Let's start with Carson. So Carson, describe your race and your battle with Spot Ups. All right, beautiful. Which doesn't. So you had Spot Up behind you for many at least half the race. You guys actually swapped positions. So, but you had the fastest straight line speed as I interpreted it. So what were you seeing as you were racing him, trying to stay ahead? Well, yeah, you guys, yeah. Spot Up. Same question, basically. You were, I'm going to say, stuck behind Carson. That was really the best battle of the race, the longest battle of the race too. Was it sniper? My apologies. My bad. My bad. So yeah, shoot. Never mind. So Spot Up. Hey, forgive me, Spot Up, because my glass is almost empty, so that means that it was full and now it's empty. Describe your race. Yeah, I know. Take us through your race. Yeah, I have many of those. Well, I've already put my submitted my application for next season's Tier 1 broadcast with you, so hopefully it gets there. You know, I actually sent it. Spot Up. My apologies. Please describe your race, your final race of the season to us. Let us know. What was it like for you out there? So, all right. Yeah, that sounds like what I was watching. So I may not have been far off in my memory, but I have a terrible memory, and I don't remember things well. So, no, yeah, Spot Up. Oh, that's awesome. A lot of great battles, and what you just described there was exactly what Bigga and I were watching. There were a few close battles, and they were clean battles, and that's what I really like to see was guys giving each other room. You might have the inside, the guy is like the guy ahead has lost the inside. However, the guy on the outside just didn't try to cut across. So there was a lot of that, and that was a lot of fun to see. Cool. Let's not. We got Scavney, the late entry. Hey, Scavney, how you doing? Yeah, he's here. How you doing, Scavney? Doing all right? No, he hasn't been around. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. That's my bad. Yeah. There you go. So, Scavney, how do you feel about your season in Tier 1? Cool. And so tonight's race, how do you feel? Did you make mistakes you feel that really cost you a lot, or did the race really go the way you thought would go for you? yeah, that sucks though. Yeah, because that was interesting what he just said, because really that answered the question. You'd noticed that he was losing time rather than gaining time, and of course you and I were trying to figure out why. Was he managing the tires, or what was going on? And so yeah, that unfortunate, because we kind of, as you extended your stint on the mediums, it was like, well, he's got to be going to the softs. You don't go this far on the mediums and then jump onto the hards, and that. Right. All right. So how about a free-for-all? How about everybody just talk to each other? The racers, everybody in the race. If you have questions for anybody else that was in the race, who you should be considering your friend. Any questions? No, we still got. We still have Carson, Say, Spot Up, Scavany, and Lunar. It's still. Well, I'm only looking at the chat. I have no idea. There, yeah, I see that. I see it. Say. Yeah, hopefully 2023 is better. And I say better. And it's amazing how these games from one season to the next, or that's not the right way to say it, from one generation to the next for the game itself, how it affects guys and how they drive. And you'll have guys that are really fast one season, and you go to the next season, all of a sudden they're not as fast. And it's amazing that it's because of the game, the way the game is set up. And that, to me, that's driving style. Are you running traction control? Or no? No, it's. So, Carson, up at the top there on my screen, Carson, Big Up was hinting, if not predicting, you not jumping the start, but he said you have tremendous starts, and you nailed it. You took the lead, and you must have felt pretty good at that point. Well, you and Say really put Lunar in a tough spot. I think Lunar went from pole to P4 by the time we got through like turn 3 and 4. And so, yeah, so, that didn't look good for Lunar at that point. And Say was on the hards. So, Carson, what happened? What?
I just spun.
And you can't recover.
I wasn't really paying attention to went to the hard. Everybody else was faster. I gotta run, but I just want to say thanks. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for all your anything. Yeah, no worries. Good race going up. Yeah, it's a good group of guys.
I consider all these guys in this league my friends. So, all right, Carson.
Well, until next season, we'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.
All right, cheers, man. I'll see you in 2 months.
Hey, say, you must have something to say. It's in your name.
He's already napped.
I know. No, he's playing NBA 2K23.
Calling him out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna go play the show after this.
That's totally fine. And he's on PS5. Personally, I was pulling for you simply because I love underdogs, but you've always, or I shouldn't say you've favored me in certain races where you've been pulling for me, and so I was pulling for you. I know it was a near impossible task, but I really want to commend you for staying in the race and not leaving, even though you ditched the race by getting onto the inters and then wets and whatnot. But can you, what was going through your mind as you were doing that? Were you thinking, I'm just going to stay in the race because I don't want to, what was your thought process?
So basically, by the time I spun for the 19th time, I was like, yeah, I just gotta finish this race. I already did it last season, I can't do it again. So,
Well,
I
again,
tried to stay in the race, but I decided to add my own flair to it.
well, Big and I, yeah, Big.
Saying, like once you got lapped, it's like it doesn't matter if you stay in the race now, you can't get back to the front. So, I mean, it's whatever. At least you showed up.
And stayed. And for me, that's not easy. I get it. It's very aggravating. So I truly applaud you for that, Say.
Yeah, it didn't help that I had a launcher set up either, so it was bad. Alright, we're ready to wrap it up.
Yep, sure.
Call it a season.
Yeah, and well, yeah, for tier 1, we can still get tier 2.
I'm gonna run some games. I think I'll host that Wednesday, so I should be able to. But yeah, we got a good finale shaping up there. I think there's a few guys fighting for this. Is there a couple guys in the time of race or 3? Yeah, 3 I think.
Hey,
Okay, so that's good to see. I'm excited for that. That'll be a good closeout for the game. I doubt we're gonna have anything to run Thursday. I think that season's done, and I think everybody's pretty much ready to just uninstall this game.
hey, Bigga, Spot Ups is still here.
Yeah.
Spot Ups, do you have something you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Last race, I figured. Okay, cool.
I'll be on track today. So yeah, should be a fun race.
Cool.
That's his his first call for my race. I don't know, it might be a little bit stuff there, but they did a lot.
I think it was a great idea, Bigga. I think that was a great idea.
It's a position at this point. It will be. Maybe not with the 20 minutes, but I don't think everybody will show up for the 20 minutes. So, anyway, Wednesday night we got a 3-way fight for title still. I think there's one guy's probably a little bit of a long shot, but before the race starts on Wednesday. So,
See you guys.
Thanks for hanging out and here's Tier 1 and good season despite the flaws of the team. So we'll hang our hat on that. It's a good night of racing. So happy you guys joined and happy you had a good time and we'll see you guys in a few months. Cheers. I got live 3 times.
See you, boys. You bet. Oh, say, it's just you and I.
Hey, want to talk about Boston again?
Do I want to talk about what?
Boston again?
Boston? No, we can't keep rehashing the same fucking argument over. However, I have to tell you that. Say what? Oh, wait. You know what I need? I need to fucking change the audio setting here because I got the goddamn music playing in the background, and it makes it hard for me to hear what you're saying. And now, okay, what were you saying? Yeah, you know, Harding. I didn't see that. I unfortunately I've been focused on the NHL. I've been watching a lot of NHL. I haven't even been watching the Celtics, which that's pretty sad. But
they're tied 2-2 now. They had I think it's 2-1. Yeah. No, I think it might be tied 2-2 now.
Yeah, they're not playing as. I mean, it's kind of like the Bruins. You know, they played really well during the season. And of course, I mean, it goes without saying, but it's always said, the playoffs, it's a whole new season. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. And unfortunately for the Boston Bruins, which I'm not a diehard fan, so they did not break my heart when they didn't win. I was disappointed, but it just goes to show the best regular season team. I mean, they were incredible, and they lost to the team that was the last to make the playoffs.
Oh, just like Miami and the Bucks. Milwaukee went home after 5 games.
Right.
After being the best team in the East.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that just, you know, just it's incredible how that can happen. And you know what? It's really a good thing, I think, for the players in the league themselves to recognize that it's possible. You can do it. It's a whole new season.
You might be the underdog, still just play with passion and aggression. Just try to win the game.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, Milwaukee had no dog that series.
So I can't believe it. Again, I haven't been following it, but when you said the Bucks were out, I was like, "Holy fuck, man!" That's
Yeah, 60-something wins, and they went home like that. Jimmy Butler just dropped 30 a game in the series. Yeah, he scored 22 in the regular season and upped his game in the playoffs.
That's what's so great about the playoffs. You never know.
Yeah, I had Bucks winning the whole thing, and my prediction looked so wrong.
You had the Bucks winning it all.
Yeah, I had over about 6 and 7.
Uh,
And I had I don't know, because Giannis just like, well, he's him. But then he got injured, and then they started losing games. And then for the West, I had the Phoenix Suns. Apparently, they finally tied the series 2-2 against Denver.
and that's where. Okay, so what happened? Because I have.
Denver took a 2-0 series lead by playing their 2 wins, the 2 games at home. And Phoenix, yeah, they should be better than they have with 3 more talented basketball players. And Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton.
Jesus Christ! You got Chris Paul. You're in good shape.
Problem with Chris Paul, he's fallen off massively. He's not the Chris Paul that he used to be, where
Yeah.
Or Anna if passer, but
He's got to be.
Devin Booker.
He's got to be in the early 30s now, or at least 30.
Late 30s.
Is he late 30s?
Yeah, I think 36. Around there this fall. This is his best chance to win a ring
Jesus.
because he has All-Star Devin Booker, who's currently averaging 30 in the playoffs. Actually, the best player in the playoffs currently. And then he's got superstar Kevin Durant. Warriors guy.
That's, Kevin Durant is still a great player. Well, so I know we've talked in the past, and unfortunately, all I have for you is the Celtics of old. And I maybe I mentioned this to you. In, being okay. Hold on. How about now? All right, cool. Yeah, so unfortunately, I mean, I keep going back to the Celtics of old, and I know that I've asked you to watch certain videos, and I can't disagree with you. I forget his name, but he plays for the Mavericks. Incredible player, Luka. If you ever get the chance, and I don't think it's a national thing or program. There is a local the station that broadcasts Celtics games has put together I think it's a 2-hour program about the 1986 Boston Celtics. It's biased. I'm not gonna say that it's not biased. However, when you get Bill Walton giving his 2 cents because he joined the Celtics and what he felt and what he saw, it really lends credence to the argument that they were really good. The interviews, a lot of the guys that they interviewed that are reporters, they're not national reporters, they cover the Celtics. However, it's still fascinating, the Bill Walton part of it, and the behind the scenes stories and whatnot. It's amazing. So I say that what made me think of that was when you get Chris Paul and Durant on the same team, 2 generational players almost, if not. It takes even more than that to really get to the promised land, if you will. It's not easy. I know you know that, but if you ever get the chance, you know what? I wish I could. I share the link if I could, but I don't think I can. It's I haven't been able to find it in a way that I could share it. So format, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Hey, but say you watched this race that you just had, and even though you're in last place, I was still like, man, he stayed here. He's still racing, and Big is like, yeah, but he's thrown in the towel. He's on the inters again. It's like, yeah, absolutely. And then I was super psyched to see that you went and got the fastest lap. For me, I was like, oh.
Like, I have to get the fastest lap. I know I'm not winning this race, but I'm just gonna try to get this fastest lap.
Yeah.
And there we go. I got it.
Oh,
I had it, like, that was my best moment of the race.
All right, 5 of 10 for me here. So I'm going to let you go. Say great pleasure. I hope you're back next season. I'm on Discord forever, so you ever want to hit me up with anything, whatever, I'm around.
I'll keep you up with the playoffs.
You got it. Take care, buddy.
Alright, we'll do it. You too, GP.
Thanks. See ya.